This now is the level of at-tahdith. Angels that come and they put something into the heart of a servant, and he goes on to explain, وَهَذِهِ دُونَ مَرْتَبَةِ الْوَحِي الْخَاص. Right, so this is lower than the level of wahi. It's not wahi. It is lower than the level of wahi. فَتَكُونُ لِلصِّدِّيقِينَ. This is for those who are truthful. For those who are truthful. كما كانت لعمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه. This used to happen to Umar bin al-Khattab. كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إنه كان في الأمم قبلكم محدثون فإن يكن في هذه الأمة فعمر بن الخطاب. Indeed, in the nations who came before, there were those who were spoken to. They were spoken to. And if there was in this ummah, then it would be Umar ibn al-Khattab. So, he then goes on to mention Ibn al-Qayyim from Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah. He says that this level of tahdith, this is something that used to be frequent in the previous nations. And the reason for that is because the prophethood and the messengership was not perfected, unlike the messengership and the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So therefore, in the previous nations, this thing used to be common amongst the Bani Israel. For example, we know that there were many prophets, and there were many of those who were not prophets, but they were mukallamun or muhaddathun, right? That they were spoken to, or that they were, meaning that something was put into, as he says, wal muhaddath huwa alladhi yuhaddathu fi sirrihi wa qalbihi bishay fayakunu kama yuhaddathu bihi. This is a tahdith is when something is communicated into the heart or the interior of a person with a thing, and then it turns out to be exactly as he was made to think and see, and it was put in his heart and his mind. Right? So this obviously is, in this ummah, it is Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu. Many times he said things that he was actually correct in, and the revelation came and confirmed that it was like what Umar said. This is because he was muhaddith, the one who was spoken to. However, it is something rare in this ummah. Why? Because the revelation, the perfection of the revelation, the Quran, and the guidance of the Messenger of the Sunnah, it is come with perfection of guidance. And therefore, this ummah does not need those who are muhaddathun frequently like they used to be in the previous nations. It is a sign of the perfection of this guidance. Now he goes on to say, Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah in his book, that look at the difference between the station of Umar radiallahu anhu and the station of Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr is as-Siddiq, and Umar has the level of tahdith. Which of the two is better? Which of the two is superior? It is Abu Bakr who is superior. Why? Because Abu Bakr was not in need, because of his utmost, like his superiority in terms of his iman, his honesty, uprightness, truthfulness. He did not need to be muhaddath, to be spoken to be shown and to be inspired, like through tahdith, as to what is right. He didn't need that. But Umar ibn al-Khattab was given that. So the level of siddiqiyah is greater than the level of being a muhaddath.